Hello, everybody. You cannot see Angelic's avatar properly. Hang on. There we go. Perfect. Hey, Angelic, Jasmine, how you doing?
I'm doing
How's
good. I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. How's your practice been going?
Um, no, I've been doing a lot more than I did since last time, because I've actually had time to. Um,
Good.
but I haven't recently this weekend because I've been working quite a lot, but
Okay, no worries,
I've been
no
trying to
worries.
keep up with it.
And how has the practice been going? Like, how's that? What have you found in it? Yeah, the practices
Um,
themselves.
it's good and bad. I don't know. I still feel like I'm struggling with the size.
Yeah, sure. Is that weird tone still coming through?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
the cheese
yeah. Okay, then. All right, we'll
exercise.
do some warm ups, and then we'll take another look at that tone. Because I've been looking over, I've been re-listening to our lesson a whole bunch of times to see what I can pick apart from it. So there's quite a bit to talk about. Okay, all right. We'll start off with some of our ordinary warm ups. If you want to follow my lead. Also, ignore me moisturising in your lesson. Been a
That's
rush
okay.
day. Go ahead. Good. Nice. Nice. Well done. Well done. Okay, and your maximum range as well as your highest range and your lowest range. Okay. Okie dokie. And then up to the top for a siren. Good, good. And then same thing going down.
Sorry, I lost that. I'll go again.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Fab. Okie dokie. All right, now that we are nice and warmed up. So, you know what? We'll get you to do one first, and then I'll tell you about what I'm hearing in your size stuff. Okay? So if you want to go through the usual size drill, and I believe one of my homeworks was I set you to just try it with a variety of different starting words. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So first of all, have you found much difference between using those different words? It gives us some extra information.
Honestly, can't remember. That's
Yeah,
really
that's
bad.
totally fine. That's totally fine.
Sorry.
In that case, let's start with. That's okay. I'm going to start us off with. Yeah, let's. Oh, no, I want more open one. Yeah, we'll go for paw, as in like a cat's paw or a dog's paw.
Oh, yeah. So this is me talking with a paw drill. This is my voice talking right now.
Okay. Can we try a sentence that I'm just going to make off the top of my head? Sources made of cheese and kefir. Okay, I've just popped it in chat. The sentence is, I've got it spelled correctly, sauces made with cheese and kefir. Okay, go through your drill and then give me that sentence, please.
With paw still, yeah?
Yeah.
Sauces made of cheese and kefir.
Okay.
Sauces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's interesting. That gives me some extra information. Okay, so what I'm hearing in your voice, all right? Basically, we're doing some fuckery in the mouth. That is the worst sentence I've ever said in my life. That is, whoa, think before I speak. Sorry. There is, so, okay, you're doing things with your oral cavity that are influencing the sound. Mainly, I'm thinking there's issues with it. The problem we're going to have here is there's multiple things. We have issues with the tongue placement. I'm pretty sure that's messing with some stuff. We have some issues with like the mouth positioning. I'm so certain that we are like changing the way we're saying words. I'll show you what I mean in a minute.
Yeah.
So like, it's almost like a pronunciation error, but like not quite. Yeah, I'm very confident that everything that's happening is in the oral cavity. So what I'm hearing in your voice is you're kind of having this kind of a sound effect. It doesn't have that lisp bit that I was adding. I need to remove that very quickly. Hang on, I gotta wait. Go through the drill again. I've lost it. I had it just moments ago.
Okay.
One more time for me.
Sauce is made of cheese and kefir.
The sauce is made of cheese and kefir. Okay, can you hear this kind of thing going on with my speech right now? This is what's happening in your speech. So part of it is going to be, I want you to familiarize yourself with it. I'll go back. There's two ways we can approach this, okay? One of them is a very sound-based focus, which might be a little bit tricky because there's multiple things we're dealing with at once. What I'm looking towards, if we're going for that route, is you increasing the amount you do this, okay? And then decreasing the amount you do this, and going back and forth to try and gain some control over it, all right?
Okay.
If that doesn't work, I'm going to try that one first, because if it works for you, it'll be much more effective, because we can do it all as one big package. If that doesn't work, though, we're going to have to start breaking things down into the individual components that make up that modification you're making there that isn't what we're going for. We're going to have to separate each thing individually because, as I say, there's more than one thing causing this, and they're all kind of happening in combination with one another. So, first of all, okay, what I want you to do, can you produce that voice without trying to modify your size? So sort of in our original voice, just adding that, whatever we want to call this, the tone mod is just what I've been using. Whatever you want to call this tone mod, do you reckon you can just add it to your unmodified voice? We'll start there.
Maybe. We'll have a go. Wait, it's like sort of a lisp, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Kind of. It's kind of a lisp, but you are saying your. It's got like almost like a tonal quality to the lisp without the actual lisp itself being present. I gave you that sentence because it has s's in it, it has ch, it has k. These sorts of things would be implicated if you had a lisp. It's not a lisp. Is where I'm currently out with it. Sorry, keep going.
So, sauces made of cheese and kefir. No.
Kind of, okay. Do it through the drill again so we can have a little listen together.
Sauces made of cheese and kefir.
Sauces made. I keep going into Canadian. Sauces made of cheese and. I feel like there's some of that in there as well. That's the problem. There's a lot of things going on here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That's not. Give me just a second. Things happen. Like, change stuff there. I'm pulling up a. Oh yeah, the YouTube people can hear this. Sorry, I just realised YouTube people. Lol. I'm pulling up a little bit of your lesson last week so I can replay a little bit in my head, or to me, so I can mimic it, so I can then mimic it for you to then mimic, if that makes sense.
And this is how I sound.
Okay.
This is how it sounds. Okay, yeah, we're kind of talking like this. I've got it now. So I want you to try and mimic this tone. If I was to then bring it over here, okay? We're trying to mimic this sort of a tone in your voice while it's unmodified, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So try to mimic me a little bit. Try to bring a little bit of this. We're mimicking both me and you. I'm like a stepping stone between.
Okay, so does it sound like this? Like, is that sauces made of cheese and kefir?
Sauces made of cheese and kefir.
Sauces made of cheese and kefir?
Kind of. I'm looking for that kind of a sound. Or do you hear that, like, instead of
no, I do hear it.
To counterpose, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, okay.
Sauces made of cheese and kefir.
Okay, let me compare that to.
We're doing the cheese drill.
Yeah, we still have what I'm. Okay, yes, this is good. Okay, again.
Hang on, I've lost it.
Sauces made of cheese and kefir.
Sauces made of cheese and kefir.
That's really good. Okay. Alright, tell me about your past couple of weeks using that voice as best as you can.
So I finished college a couple of weeks ago. Signed off my course, which was really good because now I can work as much as I want. So I'll be getting a lot of money, I guess. I don't know.
Struggle to hold it there, but we are getting a rough idea of it, and that's totally fine. That was just as you were thinking. So, and we might be going back and forth a little bit here as I figure out when it is that you're getting better control of this. Now what I want you to do is we're going to take that sound, okay, as you're developing that control of it. Now let's go back through the drill and try to... No, actually no. We'll do a step in between to make it easier. Okay. I need a subject for you to be able to talk about without thinking too much. Something nice and simple. Tell me about your favourite book. You can be spoilery as you want to, or if it's not book, like manga or anime or whatever media is more appealing to you. Something that you like know the plot pretty back, like inside out.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Tell me about it. And you're going to be going back and forth between having this tone mod turned on and then turning it off again. And then on and off. Roughly every sentence or so.
Okay.
That's not a strict thing, but like you can go off vibes of that. Just the point is for it to be going back and forth.
So my favourite TV show is The Bear, and The Bear has is on a chef who is taken over from his brother that passed away, and he has to settle in with the new chefs, and they don't like how he's all fancy, and because he's like a really high rated chef with Michelin, so he has different methods to all of them, and as the season go on, they get closer together, and then they rebrand the restaurant into a more fine dining and become more of a team. And then season 3, they struggle quite a lot with adjusting to the new fancy type of food, and then season 4 comes out in about 10 days or so.
Oh, does it really? Oh shit, I need to catch up. I'm only halfway through season 2. Okay. Really well done. That was exactly what I was looking for. Now we're going to go through the drill, and I want you to do the exact same thing. Intentionally add more, and intentionally remove. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. We'll keep the same word for now. I don't think the word actually affects it that much, but just to not throw you off.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Cool. You just told me all about the bear, so you're not going to manage to tell me more about the bear.
I can talk about my finishing
I want it to
college and like my final grades and stuff.
I just want it to be nice and simple for you, because I don't want you to like trip over thinking about what you're saying or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
Okay.
Also, the bear is like, for a chef, what a choice to have as your favorite chef.
I've seen it so many times.
No, that's sick. Go ahead.
So we're finishing college. Each individual grade gets graded on either SAQ, the 2 assignments, and a practical grade. For my SAQs, you can only get a pass or a fair, so I got a pass.
Try to keep your size brightened during it.
So
we're keeping...
okay.
Yeah, sorry, I should have specified that. That's my bad.
Okay.
Try to keep the size as best as you can. This is going to be sloppy. Don't worry too much, but try as best as you can to keep the size while turning this modification on and off.
Okay.
Okay. All right, whenever you're ready.
So, my grades. So with the 2 assignments, the first one was final grade was a merit, and then the next one was a distinction, which is my most recent one. And then practical grades overall I got a merit, but if I got one more merit instead of a pass, then I would have got a distinction overall, which is really annoying because I was like 0.04 off a distinction.
Okay. All right. We're struggling a little bit with turning it off and on. There was
Yeah.
points though where you had it as definitely lessened. Were you able to tell there was a particular point I noticed where it was significantly less so? Were you able to tell that moment as well?
I
Tricky
think
for
a
that.
little bit. Was it at the beginning when I first
Near
switched?
the
Or
beginning, yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, go through it again. I'm not going to give you any further instruction. Just go through exactly as you've just done. With again doing your best to turn that tone mod on and off.
yeah,
If you can, try to enter at the off and continue on and off from there. If you can, you might not be able to yet. That's totally fine. But if you can, see if you can enter it from off. Also, I want you to really listen to it. Listen to, especially in the offs, just what do you hear in your voice? Yeah.
okay. So, my final grade, I've got I got quite a few passes on my practical grades, with only a few merits. And then with, I think I only got two distinctions for practical. One being my 5 hour, which was worth 60% of my practical grade, and then my other distinction was on I think it was a lamb cutlet exam, which went really well.
That's such a cool sentence. A lamb cutlet exam.
Lamb cutlet.
It's just so cool. Well done, your distinctions.
Thanks.
Okay. First of all, one, were you able to pay attention during the offs? Because I know that is quite tricky doing it all at the same time. And if so, what did you think of them? Just give them a little analysis.
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad, to be honest.
Yeah. So now that you're hearing the off, once you've turned
Yeah.
all of that off, what's left? Where are we at that stage? Can you tell at that point what you're doing between that and your unmodified voice?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just trying to make the pitch higher instead
Yeah.
of working on the size.
I think that's completely correct.
So I think I'm like forcing my, mouth, as you say, with like my tongue and whatnot. Sorry,
I
I
think
don't know
that's
the
super-
technical terms.
Don't worry in the slightest. You don't need to know technical terms. So long as we're understanding each other, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's really well done. Yes, your pitch is increasing. There's one other thing that was happening as well. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to crack it because it's a bit trickier to notice. You're kind of talking like this. What am I doing right now that is making me sound like this? Can you tell?
Yeah,
might
trying
just
to like
change.
whisper and lower
It's
in
not
like,
quite a whisper, but it's. Oh, sorry, go on.
it's
You're on the verge of it.
the size, isn't it?
No.
No.
I just said that. Okay, so that's not what size is. So when I'm kind of talking like this, all I'm doing is I'm just trying to really keep the volume down. I'm trying to be really quiet. So there is a little bit of, there's a little bit of turbulence in my voice. It's like this breathiness, but only in the middle, where I'm just trying to be quiet. This is a totally different thing, okay? Like if I go like, hey Jasmine, hey, can you hear how I still have all of this, this small size, even though I'm being really loud right now? And if I was to drop it down over to here, I'm still nice and loud, or I could be like really quiet right now, and I would still have all of that large sound. But I could change the size a whole bunch. Hey, but I'm also super loud. So this sort of like trying to keep it down kind of a thing is just a totally separate thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'm just like trying to, I guess in my head, I'm trying to like speed up. So because obviously I want to have a passing voice as quick as possible, but obviously
of
you
course.
can't push that sort of thing,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
the way I'm doing it.
No, it's fine. You're fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. So I think what's happening is basically right now we're teaching you we're using a whisper to set your size, and then I'm asking you to take that out of a whisper and keep the size. But I think what
Yeah.
you're doing is you're taking the whisper, changing the size, and then trying to take the whisper through into talking instead of a size. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm hearing something
Yeah, I
like
think so.
cheese, 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 and then I'm kind of trying to keep this whispery sound in the voice, which is having
Yeah.
all of these different things coming into it. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So, what we're going to try to do, I need to separate that for you so that we can then focus more on size itself, like without that interfering and without that muddling you up. So first of all, now that you're aware of that, try to not do that so that your speech part is just speech. But also, like, to help you not do that. How exactly do I want to do this, actually, specifically? Well, there's a few we can attempt. Okay. What I want you to do is go through the drill. As you take it out for the drill, do your best not to go like that kind of whispery talking. Just do your best to avoid that. And then also, so you're going to go through the whispers, you're going to go through the phonation test, and then after the phonation test, where we normally start talking, we're going to do some role play. Okay? I am outside of Tesco. We might have done this before, I don't remember. I'm outside Tesco. I've just been shopping. And I left my phone at home because I'm useless. Okay? But you know that you need to pick me up. All right? You know what time to pick me up. And I'm just leaving with the shopping, and you've just pulled up to pick me up. But I haven't seen you. I can't tell where you are. It's a really busy car park. This is like a Saturday afternoon. It's super busy. Okay? I do not know where you are. So you're going to have to like yell and get my attention. And it's a busy car park, so you're going to have to get the volume up there because there's a lot of noise in a busy car park. Okay? So I'm really going to be needing like some, hey, Zara, I'm over here. Hey, Zara. You get the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice. Okay, so go through the drill. Do your best not to bring that whisperiness in the first place, focusing on the other element of a sound. And we'll go in that direction as like a other way to come at it afterwards. And then as you've gone through your phonation test, role play, baby.
Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Zara, I'm over here. Zara,
Okay,
I'm over here.
nice.
I'm driving.
You just pulled up,
I'm driving. I'm
you
driving.
parked, you
Yeah.
parked. Okay, much better. You did a wonderful job of that, actually. Also, even as you were bringing it into the phonation test, that was also a wonderful job, not bringing that whisperiness in. You smashed that. That was like an incredibly good job. So well done.
That's good. Thanks.
So, okay, in that case, we're skipping ahead because you did such a good job of that. So, let's go back to the beginning. And just to make sure we aren't getting ourselves muddled, let's go back to cheese for a minute and just see that that's still okay.
Okay.
Go through cheese instead of pour. Ordinary drill, ordinary everything, but make sure we aren't taking the whisperiness over. We're taking the size over. Okay? And again, a thing to add to it, really listen to those whispers. Okay? Try to start off actively larger than normal, and then try to like step your way to as small as you can get. Okay? So really go for like a really big cheese, 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 cheese. And then make sure that phonation test is nice and clear, doesn't have any of that whisperiness coming through into it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Any questions about that before I give you a subject?
No, I should be alright. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, sick. Okay, usual thing. I I want to know about that freaking lamb exam. That's sick.
That lamb exam. Oh.
You got a distinction on it. You must be able to tell me all sorts of cool stuff about it.
Yeah. No, I do remember actually.
Cool.
Cheese, 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 cheese. So, in the lamb exam,
Watch out, whisperiness.
we had to butcher a cutlet of lamb, and we had
Okay,
had
pausing
to
you.
cut off.
That's okay. Sorry, I'm pausing you.
Alright.
Okay. We're having a little struggle there. As I took you out for whisperiness, you then reset basically down to your normal size, and you added a bunch of breathiness. Did you hear that in that sequence?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah? Cool. So try to look out for things like that happening. Big thing, if you hear that size drop, and for now, you're probably going to struggle with it. If you hear really anything significantly changing, just retrill. But I really want you to try to identify when the thing that changes is size, okay? Maybe even like, if you think it was a size thing, tell me you think it was a size thing, so that I know what you're thinking. Because I also want to make sure, I want to try to train you to hear size in your voice, so you know the variable that we're trying to change, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, one little thing I'm going to give you to try to bridge the gap a little bit. I'm going to briefly just touch on larger size, just so you can hear a size change in your voice, okay? We're not going to stay on this. I'm not masculinizing your voice. It's just to give you a reference point, okay? Obviously, imagine this continuing further, all right? So what I want you to do is start off, give me a big yawn. Yeah?
Oh.
Nice. Okay, bring that into some, like a yawn talk, yeah? Like a big yawn talk, okay?
This is a big yawn talk. Oh, I sound really tired.
Yeah, nice. Okay, now try to give me that yawn talk. You see how when you're yawning and you do that yawn talk, kind of just everything that can get bigger gets bigger. Like your mouth expands a whole bunch, everything goes nuts, okay?
Yeah.
Try to stabilize the mouth bit. So your mouth isn't going to change, but you're going to have a rest of a yawn voice without the mouth changing, okay? You could start off with a mouth change if you need to like set you, and then remove the mouth bit and just take a little listen to what your voice sounds like afterwards.
Okay. This is my yawn talk. Do I sound really tired because it's my yawn voice?
Yeah.
It still sounds very whispery.
A little bit, yeah.
Or, yeah.
To some extent, it's going to sound a little bit whispery. You could try to consciously remove that to get you as close to, this is me progressively making it, reducing everything that isn't my size as we're referencing it. So now my mouth size has gone back to normal. I've removed all of that whisperiness, and all we've got is that larger size.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can even add a little bit of weight to it if it helps you stabilize things.
Okay.
All right, give it a go.
Oh, so this is my yawn voice. I'm talking like this, and
Nice and large.
this is my yawn voice.
Yeah.
I've put my mouth back to normal instead of big and large, like with a yawn. And hopefully this is somewhat normal.
Yeah. We're close enough. Now as you go back to, go back and forth between the two. So normal speaking and that large yawny voice, and just kind of listen to the two, and listen to the difference between them.
Okay. So this is me talking normally, and this is me talking with a yawn voice.
Perfect.
This is me normal, and then this is a yawn voice.
Nice. Okay, so two things I want to mention. One, can you identify how the pitch has changed in each of them?
Yeah.
The yawn voice has a higher pitch, yeah?
this is me doing my yawn voice.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah,
the
it does.
high
Yeah, yeah.
pitch.
Yeah? Do you think you can listen back to them in your head? Do you think you can hear the difference if you ignore pitch? Do you think you can hear the other difference? The larger versus normal? You can read it
Yeah.
if you need to. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could redo it one more time.
Yeah, so me doing it would be like,
This is me doing the yawn voice as you're doing it.
and then this is you doing just ordinary talking. Try it with yourself, folks. I want to hear it in your voice. And listen past pitch. Or
Okay.
ignore a pitch. You could try to like keep the yawn voice at a lower pitch if you want to, but if that's too hard, just try to ignore the pitch and listen to the rest of it.
Oh, you want for real then? Hang on.
It's okay. I do that all the time.
This is my yawn voice. This is me talking. And then this is me talking normally after
Okay.
the yawn voice.
Do you hear the largeness in the yawn voice? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I
A
think
sort
so.
of cavernous vibe to it.
Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
with a normal yawn, your mouth expands. So
Yeah,
we're trying to
mouth
mimic
expands, but also look at my larynx. Okay, this is the important one.
And then if I try to continue that without my mouth changing, so I now have an ordinary mouth size, do you see where that larynx has ended up?
Compared to where it would have been in my unmodified voice. Yeah?
it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's the change we're looking for. I don't want you focusing on your larynx, just to point out that that's where the thing is happening. Okay. Lovely. Right. Now comes the hard bit. You have that sound change in your head. Try to just picture in your mind, and hard for us to produce this for you because I need it to be in your voice. Just picture in your mind, you go from yawn voice to normal. Try stepping up again in your head. Let me know
Okay.
if you manage. So what would be the step after normal voice if you were to continue that trend?
With a lighter size.
Yeah,
Sorry.
if you can, try
Yeah.
try keeping it in a lighter sound, because obviously we did go heavy as well in the
Hang on.
in the normal voice.
So this is me talking normally. And then you have the yawn
Don't
voice.
worry about. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I say,
And
don't
then-
bother trying to like reproduce the step further. I just want you to like hear it in your mind so you get a vibe of what we're changing.
Oh, okay. So this is me talking normally. This is my yawn voice when I'm yawning. This is my normal voice when I'm speaking normally. And then this is my yawn voice when I'm yawning, and it's a bit lighter in size.
Not quite the light, so don't worry about the lightness part. Don't try to reproduce the lightness part yet. What I'm looking for is for you to just in your head be able to hear what that change is. And I then want you to take it to going back to the cheeses, listen for that same change happening when you whisper the word cheese. That's what I'm looking for. Because I want you to identify what's changing. Yeah? I'm trying to ear train you a little bit, but using your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah?
See,
This is hard.
I know the differences, sort of, but I've
It's okay if you
sort
can't
of like
reproduce it yet.
forgotten the words for it
Oh,
and
that's
the
fine.
explanations.
That's fine. All I want is, can you like hear the sound difference, and can you identify the thing that's changing, and have like I want you to have a vibe for size as it actually is in your head, yeah. So that when we then
Yeah.
go through the cheeses, you know what to take from the cheeses into your voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think I can.
This is obviously a lot to think about, and the homework is just going to be play around with this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we've had a little play. Let's go back through our cheeses. First of all, okay, let's just go through the whispered cheeses, okay? Start as large as you can get with those cheeses and end as small. Just stay in the whispers for now.
Cheese, 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 cheese.
Smaller? Get smaller.
Cheese, 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 cheese.
Cheese, 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 cheese. Small.
Cheese, 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 cheese.
Try. We'll go to cat, like we did a little bit ago. Last lesson.
Okay. Yeah. Cat, 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 cat.
Better. Okay. Listen to. Okay. I want you to try to picture all of those in your mind if they were spoken normally, not in a whisper. Okay? So don't try to do it for now. Just picture them.
Cat, 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 cat,
Cat, cat, cat, cat, cat, cat. Just like
cat, 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 cat.
cat, 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 cat. Yeah?
Yeah.
So picture that, but it's your voice, not my voice. And you can go through your whispers again if you need to help as a prompt for you.
Cat, 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 cat. Yeah, okay. And then talking like that, yeah.
Just in your head,
With
just like
the-
in your
Oh,
in your
okay.
mind's eye.
Yeah.
I want you to be able to imagine it first, basically,
Okay.
and let me know when that, because you'll just have to tell me. Or if you're struggling a lot with it, tell me as well.
I mean, we can give it a go and then see how I.
Okay. What we're going to do now then is one at a time. We're going to do one and then the other. Okay.
Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat.
Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. Try to. My pitch went off on one of them. Try to keep the pitch as stable as you can, okay? To remind yourself that pitch is not the thing that's changing here. Okay? I really want to get your ear tuned into this.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Cat, 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 cat,
So
cat.
starting at whisper, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So whisper, then spoken. Then whisper, then spoken. Then whisper, then spoken. So on and so forth.
Okay. Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat.
Careful that that whisper isn't coming through. Did you notice that? You went.
Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat.
Careful that whisper isn't coming through.
Okay. Cat, 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 cat.
Larger.
Cat, 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 cat.
Yeah.
Cat, 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 cat.
Still a bit whisper.
Cat,
Keep
cat,
going.
cat, cat. Cat, 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 cat.
What's happened with our pitch here?
Yeah, it's going
Yeah?
up.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
careful
I still
that,
feel it's
careful
very
that.
whispery as well.
Mm-hmm. That too. Yeah, well done, well done. Try going from your voice right now into a whispered cat.
Cat.
So just like say cat and then whisper cat and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cat. Cat. So yeah,
Whisper
multiple
it, like,
times.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
like
like-
If I go back to my original voice, cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat.
just to
Oh.
help you with transition between the two.
Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat.
Normal
Cat,
cats.
cat, cat. Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat. Cat, 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 cat.
Okay, good. Now, go through the drill. and I want it like that, yeah? Where we have that
cat, 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 cat.
cat. I increase pitch there. Cat. Careful the pitch stays as stable as you can. If you need, just to give you a pitch to use, purely for the sake of you having a pitch that then doesn't move, we'll go for like F3. Around there. Cat.
Cat.
Careful that pitch. Cat.
Cat.
Keep going. Smaller.
Cat.
That's. Do you hear that pitch going up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's what I want. So if we're hearing it, go for it again. Try to keep the pitch where it was before. And what might help you as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, because with the cat drills. Actually, yeah, I think that's where I'm muddling up, because I think we're going cat. You know, that's very low pitch, and I'm keep doing it to pitch.
It kind of sounds like, as you're whispering, it's the pitch changing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good observation. The important thing to note is, while it kind of seems like it at first glance, it's actually not. The reasoning being that when we're whispering like this, I should put my hands up here, remember that pitch is created by our true vocal folds vibrating. Yeah? And the faster they vibrate, the higher the pitch. Alright? When we whisper, though, instead of vibrating, they kind of just stay open. What does that mean? It means that
there's like a stable pitch.
Not even that there's a stable pitch. It means that they're not creating pitch.
Yeah.
So there is no true vocal fold pitch. It doesn't exist because we're not creating a full sound. We're just kind of shaping our breath. Yeah?
Yeah.
I know it's a weird concept. It's like the same as... Yeah, this works. Okay, hopefully this will make the sound I want it to make. Right now, okay?
Oh, yeah, you did this last
so
time with the guitar.
Well, I'm going to do it a different way, okay?
Okay.
So that tapping is me creating a sound. But if I just go... Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay? You're still hearing something, but I'm not actually doing anything to create a proper sound. All you're really hearing is my breath being shaped by the ukulele. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's what a whisper is, okay? And then we're shaping it differently so that when we go and create the source of our voice, okay, with pitch and weight and all the normal stuff, we already have that shape ready for it to be nice and small. Yeah? That's the idea behind the whisper drill. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's like the theory behind it. In terms of in practice, it's just a matter of us separating pitch from size. Okay? So, your homework, okay? Scrap what I previously said for your homework. We have new homework. The thing we started with, we've nailed it, okay? We know what it is now. It's you trying to take the whisper into your speech, all right? So first homework is just going back and forth between whispering a word or a sentence and saying it out loud, okay? And that's without any other modifications. And that's just to teach you the difference between you, like that's just to help you go from whispering to speech without anything carrying over. Try to start in the whisper and then go to the speech. So whisper a sentence, then just say it out loud. Just to practice moving between whisper and sort of taking it, even though there's nothing you're actually taking because nothing's changing, but taking it into spoken voice without a modification happening, okay?
Okay.
From there, so there's homework number 1. Homework number 2 is practice the ordinary drill. You seem to do better with cat in terms of like the drill as it's intended to be. You get much smaller with cat, so we'll stick with cat for now. Go through cat. So one of them is going to be you going just one at a time. So large cat, spoken cat, or large cat whisper, large cat spoken, slightly smaller cat and spoken, smaller whisper and spoken, smaller whisper and until you get to your smallest size. Yeah? And again, that's the main focus being 1, don't let that pitch change. 2, don't let it stay whispery. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. We won't need to re-go over the drill because I've done it with you before. Do you remember when we did the Mario theme thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, play with some of those just to help you separate pitch from size. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
You can even try going like downwards in pitch as you go smaller in size, just to like really separate the two. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sick,
Okay.
sick.
Is it worth
what?
when I practice these with the voice mod thing, like a pitch analyzer,
Yes.
to see if
I've
I
literally,
change?
so, okay. Check chat. I had it ready to send.
You had it
the exact
ready.
same thought. That's one that will work on your browser. If you type in pitch tracker, there'll be a million ones on your app store.
Okay.
If you would like to, you can use voice tools. Do you know about voice tools and why we typically hate it?
Yeah, because it only measures pitch and it gives you a gender of it.
Yeah.
And it's not very accurate.
So long as you keep in mind that anything it says about gender is nonsense, okay?
Yeah.
You're welcome to use it as a pitch tracker. Just as that base thing, ignoring all analysis. Ignore the pinks, ignore the greys, ignore the blues. They're all just bullshit. If you just want a pitch tracker, that's fine. It's also quite useful in you can just play a tone, like pick, I don't know, either F3 or F sharp 3 or G3. They're probably going to be some easier ones. Somewhere around there. You can try going through that one where we're doing the steps and try using the tone generator to like match the tone for each of them. Yeah? Does that make sense? And while trying to keep that size adjustment. It's really going to help us. We're just trying to go every angle we can to both separate out the whisperiness so that you don't get confused with that and separate out pitch so you don't get confused with that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Any questions?
No, I'm okay, but
Yeah,
there's one in
sick.
the chat.
Yeah, I've just seen. So, question from chat. Question: when you do voice training, you still feel your voice is in your chest a little bit when doing your fem voice. Is that normal? Okay, so let's talk about all of the chest voice, head voice, freaking in space voice nonsense. Okay, first of all, your voice is here. It is always here. It will never not be here. Your voice exists in your throat. This piece of cartilage you can feel, it's all of this hard bit. Your Adam's apple is part of it. This is all the larynx, okay? Near the bottom of your larynx are the vocal folds. That's where your voice is. Nowhere else, just there. So if you've been to the workshops, I go over an idea called the power source filter model. The idea is essentially, imagine your lungs, okay? The air in your lungs are the power behind your voice. They're like, they're the electricity or whatever, or the fuel or whatever it is. They're the power, okay? That power comes through and enters our larynx, okay? Where it meets, where it meets the vocal folds, okay? That breath, that power. The vocal folds then vibrate, making that air vibrate as well, okay? Vibrating air equals sound. That's what sound is, all right? So now we have the source of sound. So now we have a power for air, the source being the vocal folds vibrating the air, okay? You could picture it as like, I don't know, power or upwards current of air or whatever it is coming up, and then as it intersects with vocal folds, creating the source, now we have like waves of sound. We have sound waves, okay? Now we have those sound waves, all right? We continue through the filter. So we go through the rest of the vocal tract, which is our vocal folds coming up through the pharynx and entering the nasal cavity and oral cavities, okay? And as it's doing that, it's bouncing around all of those different spaces, okay? And eventually exits our mouth. As it's bouncing around, it sort of takes on the shape of that space, all right? So if I have a source, so the sound is being created right there, and it's bouncing around the body of the ukulele until eventually it exits, okay? These are your lips, this is your vocal tract, okay? If I just change the size, whoa, that did not land in my hands. Okay, same thing, here's your source, and you're hearing it bounce around this larger chamber, okay? And that's changed the sound. We could do another chamber, if you can hear that. That's changing the sound. Again, I'm just tapping. The pitch is a bit different because now it's glass, but you have that roughly the same source, but again, we're going for a totally different shape now, and another different shape. So all of these different shapes and sizes of a vocal tract filter that raw sound. Think of that at the source, we just have like a note being produced, or like a series of notes. As that continues through, we shape that sound intentionally. We make the waves bounce in certain ways by moving our tongue, by moving our mouth, doing all sorts of things to shape those sounds into words. So now we've got words and shit, okay? Instead of just having a series of like, ah, yeah? We can shape that into words. That's voice. That's all of voice, okay? Everything about voice is what we've just said. It's all along here, okay? There is no head voice. That doesn't exist. Your voice cannot be moved into your head. At least not with you surviving the procedure. There is no chest voice. Your voice cannot be moved into your chest. Again, you would not survive that. You would be dead. Very, very dead. So, yeah. If you ever get advice from a voice coach saying, oh, move your voice to your chest, you should turn and leave because they are telling you to kill yourself. Okay? It's nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. These aren't instructions that make any sense. If you feel like your voice is still in your chest, sure, it doesn't mean anything anyway. So, yeah. Does that help? Hopefully that wasn't too aggressive there. I get annoyed at other voice coaches teaching people nonsense like this. Like I was speaking to one person the other day who they were saying that their voice teacher had told them to put their finger on their nose and try to change the vibrations. What are you talking about? That's not anything that means anything. Yes, that's part of a vocal tract, but if I'm trying to make a change, so when I'm going from a voice like this
To a voice like this, which is what's going to be relevant
for our feminization, masculinization, you can probably already see it on the camera, it's this that's moving. That's the part of the vocal tract. So I'm putting my finger on my nose, nothing's happening in my nose. There are no vibration changes. It's all nonsense. And a lot of teachers are shit, frankly. Does that help you with your question, Ona? I appreciate I've just gone through a whole tangent there. You hit my trigger.
Rage bait.
Oh, you wrote it wrong. Okay, that's totally fine. You're saying that you feel a heavier resonance in your chest than your head in your mask voice. Again, that doesn't really mean anything. So you could be meaning that you feel that your voice is more like mine right now versus mine right now. Some people call this head voice right now and chest voice right now. If you just mean that you're kind of feeling vibrations in your chest, don't even worry about it. It doesn't mean anything. Different people vibrate different ways based on sounds they make. Pretty sure it's just down to body shape. So for example, exactly that. Okay, if it's just a matter of feeling vibrations moving around, it could mean something, but everybody gets different results in terms of where your vibrations move. So for example, no changes I make. I feel fry in terms of some vibrations, and that's basically the only thing that I feel in terms of vibrations. I don't get any vibrational changes. Other people will get other vibrational changes. So you'll find some people that go from a voice like this to a voice like this, and they'll find that their vibrations in their chest move to their head when they go to the masculine. Some people will have a complete opposite from the same sound change. Everybody gets totally different vibration movements from totally different sound changes. So basically, it doesn't mean anything. Focus on the sound. Just always focus on the sound. It's what's going to get you there. You'll notice we went through this lesson with Angelic, and we were going through this whole. We eventually identified it was Angelic was trying to take the whisper into the speech. As I approached that, I started off saying, hey, if we can, I'm going to try and avoid going for body instructions. It was all going to be sound-based. So we started off, can we just add more to the sound and less to the sound? As we did that, and Angela got some more control, we started to notice that the thing that was happening was her whisper was trying to come into the speech. So through listening to the sound, we got a much better understanding of what was happening. Because ultimately the sound is what you're trying to change. So analyze at that level. I assume your dysphoria isn't about vibrations. It's probably about the voice. I'm guessing that's the thing that you're trying to change. So focus on the voice. Focus on the sound. Cool. Hells yeah. All right. Back to you, Jasmine. For your next lesson, should I throw you in for a couple weeks' time?
Yeah, that should be good.
Sounds good. So that'll be the 30th at the usual 2:00 BST. Yeah. Sounds good. Did you have any questions about anything we've gone over this lesson?
No, I think I'm all right.
No, sounds good. Fab. All right then. Well, I will see you next lesson then. For everybody, we are going to head over to the YouTubes now. Not going to be staying for very long because I have some stuff to do, but I'll probably talk about the lesson a little bit and answer any more voice questions. So everybody in the Discord right now, head over to the YouTube, which I still haven't made a command for, but youtube.com/@trans_network. And I didn't make it a link again, or I click through https. Okay, you can just click through that if you like to. Right, and I'll see you on the flippy dip. Okay, goodbye everybody on Discord. I will be closing this in just a moment. Ona, I can see you're typing. Just copy and paste it over. That'll be the best way. Oh, you're saying bye, lol. All right, see you soon. See you on the YouTubes. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Yo! Okay, people on YouTube. Hey, me huggy. Let's go to our just chatting screen. There we are. Wow, we have 18 views already. People not saying hi. Okie dokie. All right, we'll see if anybody has headed over. Yeah, so as I was saying to Ona just now, our focus always wants to be on the sound. That can be tricky sometimes because, sometimes it's hard to know what you're hearing in a sound, especially if there's multiple things laid into it. But certainly, if you're feeling that there is a particular aspect to your voice that you're not liking, then even if you don't know anything other than here's an aspect that's happening, you can still use that, okay? If you can do more of that thing and less of that thing, we go over this all the time. If you can do more of a thing and less of a thing, you're gaining some control of that thing, even if you have no other information about it, okay? Eventually, you can keep practicing that, gaining more control to both add more and remove more, and eventually you can have it totally removed. And as you go through that process, you'll probably learn more about the sound itself. So yeah, for that lesson, there's obviously, I've been listening to the recording a whole bunch of times of our previous lesson with Jasmine. And yeah, I realized that it was something something oral going on. And as we eventually learned, it was also a whisper coming through, which is mainly the vocal folds. I think essentially as she tried to take a whisper sound into something that is fundamentally not a whisper, she's trying to make a bunch of oral adjustments to try and make that happen without realizing that that was what she was doing specifically. So yeah, focus on sound, play with sound, and you can get a solution. And obviously having a coach here to listen for like more advanced level stuff is going to help you. But yeah, that was the process today. Any questions, I suppose? Also, I'm not enjoying my appearance today. I feel like I'm looking super masculine, but whatever. You know what? Quick thing to fix. Ooh, there we go. Quick thing to fix all ailments. And it's going to be interesting because my camera is getting real upset at how much light is coming through from the window, but I think I can mostly do this based on feel. You know what? I fucking nailed that. What the fuck? I bet if I look in the mirror, it looks atrocious, but it certainly looks good enough that the camera can't tell. Using our senses, yeah? Using the sense that we're trying to modify. I'm trying to modify how I look in this camera right now, so I'm using the feed of the camera. Not that that is how you would normally be applying that, but hey, it's the same vibe, I suppose. No, I do want this over here, actually. Yeah, did you guys have any other questions about the lesson? I think we're just going to spend a little bit of time taking questions, or if you just have any voice questions for me while I'm here, or while you've got me here, happy to go through some of those. Yeah, probably doing a quick one today, because I just have a lot to do. Yeah. What do you think of the lesson? Did it make sense to you? Did you do learning and all that good stuff? Oh, also, and if you have questions about the art competition right now, because I know, Ona, I was promising to you that I would get it done. I got it done, okay? Art competition is live. Because I know you were asking about that last week. And I meant to get it done so much sooner. It took me a while to figure out like prizes and figure out a variety of stuff until the idea dawned on me, like, hey, you've been thinking about doing group lessons, thinking about how it's going to work. Just make that a freaking prize. People would love that shit. You follow closely? Oh, it is? Yeah. Yeah, so if you haven't seen yet, check in the Discord. I did a little at everyone. Yeah, okay, so the same channel that the giveaway was in before, I just renamed the channel, deleted the messages, and done a new, fresh set of stuff. So I'm not like recreating a whole bunch of channels all the time. Yeah, art competition is live. So, you know what? I can totally just bring this up, can't I? Let me, yep. Is there anything in here that I don't want people to see? No, it literally is all completely fine. Sick. Okay, so if I head this over to screen share. Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, so art competition. So yeah, we're doing the big giveaway and the prize. There's going to be 5 winners this time. Potentially more if I'm feeling spicy on the day, but that's to be decided on the day. 5 winners. Our 5 winners will be people that get to have 6 free group lessons together. And that'll be basically the new trial product. So depending on how those 6 lessons go, I will then be launching group lessons as something that people can take as like a cheaper alternative. We are all about bringing the cheap alternatives to learning. Yeah, as a cheaper alternative that still gives you some privacy while there are like a handful of people there. And the idea is people would come to us or come to me in groups that they've already made themselves. Or if they specifically say, hey, just add me to a group, put me on a waiting list until you get enough people, then like they can do that too. So that like people that need to have that extra privacy can already be with people they trust. But yeah, point is, we have a competition, as I said. The idea is, okay, we have a variety of categories that your entry needs to fit into. You can design a banner to be used in the Trans Network socials, and whoever wins, their banner gets used. And yeah, if your banner is one that gets used, you are guaranteed to be one of the winners. Outside of that, either go for emoji package, stickers, again, those are like for Discord, tiered role icons. They're not something we can use in the Discord yet, but we will be able to in the future. So just a little icon that can go next to somebody's name that like shows what level of Ko-fi supporter they are, which would be levels 1 through till 5, I believe. As well as like if you want to try to do some other stuff, because there are other roles that I want to do in the future. You can make like a moderator badge. I want to have I'm gonna like open the floor for volunteers at some point. So I'm just gonna have a first volunteer who would be like our resident entertainer, so we can have some entertainment events that they run, that sort of thing. So a role for them to honor them would be really cool, being as they are volunteering their time. There's the option to do stream overlay gifts specifically for when we get, again, things through the Ko-fi. So if I was to... Oh, in fact, I can just use this link because that's the whole point of me putting that link there. That's why I set it up the way I did.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Cutsworthy donated £30.
Yo! So that heart graphic that comes up, again, just
Oh my
visit GIF.
god! Cutsworthy.
You can make your own one of those. Yeah, just a little gift to be the overlay. And we could that could be a variety. No, I think it just has to be one gift for everything. But I'm looking into trying making a variety of things. So you can certainly just send a variety of different things. And then just, if none of those are appealing to you, just anything that is on brand, essentially. You want to do some freaking fan art of me, then go for it. I'd be flattered. If you want to do just something that you think would be useful for Trans Network, then go ahead. Anything that you think I could use anywhere, hells yeah, go for it. Obviously, going for something that vague and something that general, less chance of it necessarily being something that I'm looking for. So less odds of someone from that category being a winner. But that doesn't mean don't go for it. Like if somebody makes something that's just fucking kick ass, and is like, I can plaster it everywhere, then fuck yeah, they'll be a winner. And as I say, there's 5 winning spots, so you've got better odds of winning. And being an art competition, you are competing with less people, which will also help. Can you let me know what styles of art you really like? Just so, okay, look at the vibe around you on screen right now. That's the vibe. That said, that doesn't have to be the vibe. That's a vibe that I went for out of the free resources that I had available to me. Go for a vibe that you think fits. I quite like the sort of cartoonish thing. That's a kind of cool vibe. So like, I think Pokimane does some stuff like this. Let me... oh yeah, I don't even have to close all my tabs. You can't see shit. But I do want to use a different browser actually. So if I go over to YouTube, I feel like Pokimane has some branding like this on her channel. To give you the cartoon vibe that I'm talking about.
Second.
Oh, did she not? Oh, she went all lifestyle-y, didn't she? Maybe her Twitch has some of what I'm talking about. Does that have anything that I'm talking about? It's not quite like this. There's a particular, like, I know vloggers use it a lot.
Your one project, your
God, it's been so long since I used this platform. Where are you like your... No, this isn't what I was talking about. Oh, I don't know how to show you. There's a particular vibe that a bunch of vloggers use, and I can't think for how I would show it to you. But it's kind of cool, and I kind of dig it. You'd have an edge if you went for it, I suppose. But that said, like, be creative with this. Like, if you think there's something that just like you think it could be cool, just go for it. Like, I am quite frankly, if the art piece is good enough, I am happy to completely change all my branding so that the art piece gets to exist in there. Because one, like, I want to honor the cool work that you guys do, and two, like, cool artwork's cool artwork. I want it on my shit, you know. Yeah, that's why we're doing this. So I will happily rebrand around you, in terms of just like the aesthetic of stuff. What is this? Vlogger. Yeah, that's not going to do any of what I'm after. Okay, if I type in cartoon vlogger aesthetic, cartoon vlogger aesthetic, one of these has got to figure out what I'm on about. There's got to be one that knows what the thing I'm on about. It's none of these. I feel like this was such a common thing. I have no idea. It's just a vibe that I know exists. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Not quite like that. But ish, I guess. Like, not the way they've drawn the person in particular with like that and like the eyes and cheeks and stuff. But that kind of general aesthetic is kind of something I'm thinking of. Yeah, Pokimane art style might get it. Pokimane. This isn't even something I've seen from Pokimane. I'm just pretty sure she also has it. Kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like this. This kind of a thing. Yeah? You could have like a me, like leaning kind of against like a trans network. That could be a cool banner. If you're looking for some inspiration, I suppose. Yeah? Not quite. Maybe that gives you a rough idea of a banner that I've pictured that might work. But like, again, I want to super like make the point that frickin' be creative with it, you know? Whatever. Yeah. Just, yeah. I'm not an artist. So it's hard for me to give you advice on things that I might think would be aesthetic. This is where you get to show your creativity. You get to be like, hey, I have this cool style. I think it would work really cool as part of Trans Network and being integrated into Trans Network. So I'm going to throw it out to you. Yeah, really great creative with it. Because like, as well as this being a competition, like, I just like the idea of seeing what my community can do and like supporting just some of the other skills that they have that are just skills that you guys have. Like if I go to the starting soon screen real quick, this music that you're hearing now, this was made by Talia from our Discord. That's why there's that music by Talia. I just like the idea of having my community's stuff represented here. Like I want to support you guys' creative stuff. It's just cool. I just like it. So yeah, get creative with it. And like if just you have a style, like let that style come through. Hells yeah. I'm all about that shit. Sound good? Art for you is about breakout of a box, but the box being defined helps you. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally see that. Yeah, for sure. Like, yes, if I'm giving voice guidance to somebody, it helps. I have to know their goal. So I totally get what you mean. Having that box gives you a space to now exist. What's the best place to submit? So again, head to the Discord for submitting. And then underneath the, oh yes, this is important. I mean, it's all laid out in here in text. But submit your entries into the art competition submissions. It's the channel right below the giveaway channel. Very important, as Misty has done with a submission she has made. They have made? I'm pretty sure Misty's they, right? Yeah, that's literally, pronouns in bio. Pronouns in bio. Pronouns are not in bio. Damn it. I feel like Misty is they, them. Yeah, spoiler it. Point is, I'm not going to look at any of these until on the day. The day is the 24th. Yes, Tuesday, 24th of July is the final day. So once I start streaming, I'll make a thing like, hey, get your things submitted because I'll be choosing the winners on that stream. And like, if you're needing some extra time, like an hour or so, like let me know on the day and I'll just like, okay, we'll wait for you to finish first. But yeah, any questions you have, send them. Wow, okay, people are already doing stuff. That's crazy. Nuts. That has totally thrown me off. Garrican, I assume that is the same person as Melissa. I am going to butcher your name, but I'm going to try it anyway. Melissa Span Holmes. Melissa Span Holmes. Did I get that right? Yeah, it is you. Yeah, I thought so. Yes, this is where to submit it. Do the spoiler thing. If you don't know how to do that, I don't want to bring up my images, but like it should show up somewhere. How do you do this on? You know what? I don't even know how you do this on thingy. There should be something. Okay, when you're uploading your thing, there should be a little eye icon somewhere. Okay, that eye icon allows you to hide things. You can also use characters to do it. I don't know how you do that, but the point is, make sure you spoiler proof it. Yeah, there's a nice symbol somewhere. I feel like it's not there when I'm typing, and it should be. So that's annoying. But yeah, there's stuff you can do. When you're uploading, make sure you got that eye symbol. If you aren't sure how to do that, frickin' let me know you're about to upload something, and then and you're not sure how to do the spoiler, so that I can know not to click on the channel until you tell me you figured it out and you're done. And just get someone to help you, or I can try to help you within another channel, just so you can make sure that you've uploaded it spoiler proof, or like upload just a random picture of something, so that you can figure out how to do that before, so that I don't get spoiled. Because as I say, the whole point is I want to look at all of these together with fresh eyes, so I don't have any biases coming to play, and I can just do that. Yeah, sick. Any other questions? And if you do have more questions, like after this stream, just shoot them in the same submissions channel. There's a few questions that I've already answered within here. And if you go over to the original giveaway channel, there is some information about like file sizes and stuff, if you're doing stuff where that's relevant. Cool. Okay, I'll be real. I need the toilet really badly. If you have any last questions, shoot them now. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream, go to the toilet, and then crack on with the jobs that I have to do today. I'll give you like another minute to ask questions. I can hold it. I'm good. You got any last questions? This is where the stream delay comes into play. Okay, unless that's a stream delay thing, I am going to finish us off here. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening in and being part of it, Ona. Yeah, I'll see you all over the Discord. Oh, I just popped on your homepage. Really respect to you taking the time to help people take care. Oh, Element, that's super nice of you. Thank you. That's awesome that YouTube is doing the YouTube thing. Damn, I'm so sorry. You literally come in right as I'm finishing. Like I'm finishing right now. I'm so sorry. But if you want, rewind this and you get to watch somebody get a lesson. I guess, yeah, we have some new people in here. Algorithm actually working. I know, right? How crazy is that? Okay, well, while we've got some people in here. Hi, my name's Sarah. I am a gender affirming voice coach, or trans voice coach with a term you prefer. Trans voice seems to work best in the algorithm. Just found you from a recommendation. Gonna take a dive and learn more. That's awesome. Thank you to whoever recommended me to you. There you go. Yeah, I'm Zara. I teach voice. I teach people to feminize their voice, masculinize their voice, and androgynize their voice. If you're looking for lessons with me, my public lessons are just free. So if you're down for me to stream our lesson and let other people learn from it, then I will pay back that kindness by you just... It's free. Also, we have a free workshop every single Saturday. So Saturday, 7 o'clock BST, you can check out our workshop. You can also, if you join the Discord, that's where the lessons are, by the way. Everything happens in the Discord and is also streamed to YouTube. So if you're looking for lessons, you need to join the Discord. But also, if you join the Discord server, if you attend the workshops, you can actually attend within the VC, so that at the end, if you'd like me to, I can spend 5-10 minutes helping you with just a specific issue in voice and give you some guidance and stuff. So yeah, if you're just looking for like a look over your voice, or just like you have just a little thing you're trying to figure out, and you think I can help you with it with 10 minutes, then swing by. Also, the workshops go through the entirety of trans voice, whether you're feminizing, masculizing, or androgynizing. It's a freaking 3 to 4 hour workshop. We'll just go through the entire process, start to finish. So if you're looking to get a hold of the basics, then head on over to the workshop every single Saturday, 7 o'clock BST. If you don't know what that time that is in your time zone, Google it. Or just, if you join the Discord, head to the events, it'll display in your local time zone. Yeah, I think that's all the stuff. Thank you all so much for coming. If you want to support what we do, you can head to our Ko-fi. It's over there because my camera's flipped. Ko-fi.com/transnetwork. If you do decide to support us, then thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. That money just goes into helping more people. We also have makeup workshops. Those are monthly by a professional makeup artist that I hired using the Ko-fi money. I've got to get used to this flipped camera. Or flip it back again so it's more normal for me. Yeah. I feel like that covers everything. I think I did the plugs. I did the YouTuber thing. Like, comment, subscribe. There you go. We did the YouTuber thing. And one day my camera will not look like the sun is beaming from behind me. I'm still figuring out camera stuff. Cool. I think I did it. All right. I'm going to go. You'll have a wonderful day. Good luck with your voices. And yeah, I appreciate your faces. Art competition. Oh yeah, free group lessons as our trial product that we're running. Yeah, free group lessons. If you just want some, again, free lessons, head into the Discord, submit your art projects. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. All right. I love you all. Goodbye.